It wasn't until I had been playing guitar 7 or 8 years that I discovered the secret to the tone that was in my head. You know what I'm talking about, the tone that we all dream of. It happened when I bought my second distortion pedal. I put it on the board next to the first one, and I turned them on, both at the same time. The heavens opened, and I discovered the secret, the wonder of gain staging. Now, before I proceed, I do want to let you know that I play ambient, proggy, experimental types of guitar. So the tone I'm going for is probably not your tone. In particular, if you're playing jazz or blues or metal music, you're going to go for a totally different tone. Use these concepts, though, to get where you want to go. First up, we've got a guitar amp. In my case, it's a guitar amp modeler. Strymon Iridium set to a Fender Deluxe Reverb model. As you can see, I've got just a little bit of gain dialed in. And that is my first recommendation. Dial in just a teeny tiny little bit of crunch in your amplifier before you start to build gain layers using other pedals. All right, first up, oh, by the way, you can see I've got all the pedals labeled in the order in which they are hooked together. All right, first up is the compressor. Hey guys, this is future me. I just noticed I misspelled compressor. I'm not sure how that got by me. I really do know how to spell it. Strymon Compadre, it could be any compressor. We're going to use this to add body to our gain structure. It's interesting. I've got it set so it doesn't raise the volume, but it increases the apparent distortion because although the peaks are similar in volume, the body of the guitar tone is brought way up because of the compression. So it gives a fuller sound that pushes the front end of the amplifier a little bit more. Tool number 2 that you can use to really control your gain staging is a boost. The Strymon Compadre has a compressor and a boost pedal built into the same box. So let's check out the boost. Here's just the standard amp tone. Here's a boosted amp tone. And oh, by the way, this is a clean boost. It's not adding distortion that's coming from the Compadre, it's just pushing the level into the front end of the amp. If that was a real Fender Deluxe Reverb, you can think of it as pushing that 12 AX7 preamp tube a little bit harder. Let's bring the boost up a little bit more. And as you can hear, in addition to the distortion increasing, the dynamic range is decreasing. The signal itself, even though the compressor is turned off, is compressing. And if we bring the actual compressor in, now let me go ahead and bring in a delay, because ambient guitar, and let's hear the difference between just the amp sound and the compressed and boosted sound. Very nice. Now, as you can see, pedal number 4 is not actually on the pedal board, it's actually on the floor, and that is a volume pedal. Okay, just so you know. Now, let's go ahead and explore an overdrive pedal. The one I've selected for today is the Keeley Manus, which is a Klon clone. Klon pedals and their clones are known to be able to push the front end of an amplifier, in addition to providing internal gain stages of distortion. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see what we get. Oh, nothing. So let me go ahead and bring the level up a bit, and let's see where we go. Ooh, yeah. We'll turn that delay off. I like that a lot. It's thickening the tone a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring the level up some more. Now the Keeley has a couple of different tonal options. It does have a bass boost. That definitely boosts the bass. You can also switch from a diode to a transistor. Which does affect, you'll hear it more when I bring the drive up, which does affect the top end a little bit. It's a very different boost sound from the Compadre. The Compadre is more transparent than the Manus. It's cool though. Let's go ahead and try the drive a little bit. So we'll bring that up along with the boost. Yeah, kind of cool. I don't like the Manus with a ton of gain. I mean, it's not bad. I like it better for layering in with other pedals so far. So let's layer it in now with the boost from the Compadre. And the compressor. Yeah, now, you may not be thinking too much of that, but if I add some delay, and I'm going to turn the tone knob down on my guitar. Now, the Compadre in its boost does have treble, mid, and full range. We've been on full range. Let me switch it to mid. Pretty cool. All right, we have one more pedal on the board, and that is the Electro-Harmonix Linear Power Booster 3. Do you notice a theme here? There's one boost, the overdrive boosts, and I've got another boost. Let's check out the LPB3 by itself, though. Here's the amp tone. Let's bring in the LPB3. Yeah, the LPB3, I did a full demo on this pedal. I'll include a link at the end of this video. It is so flexible. The EQ section in particular allows you to sculpt the boost like nothing else. It's really cool. So I can increase the boost for sure. And if I add in the compressor, it's actually a pretty cool sound. But let's go ahead and layer in these other gain stages. So we've got the compressor on. Let's try adding the boost from the compadre. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and add in the Manus now. That is a lot of sustain, and that is a lot of gain. But I'll tell you what, because the volume pedal, which you can't see, is after these three pedals, I can control all the gain that's being generated with these three going into the amp. As you can hear, if I back off, it's not a ton of gain. Actually, I'm going to turn down the gain on the LPB3. I meant to do that. Oh, yeah. But when I bring the volume pedal all the way up, and if I add in the delay with a little bit of repeats, I get some of that heavenly ambience that I personally look for. Again, I want to emphasize that I'm using these pedals to get my sound. Your dream sound is likely a lot different. And again, that's okay. But use the concept of gain staging and stacking layers of gain to really manipulate and craft and sculpt your own dream tone. Do you have any experience with that? Go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what you've done to get your tone using gain staging. I've got another video here for you to watch, and I'll see you over there.